Now this is the hooks joints. If you see construction wise, so first let me explain what are the different components in the hooks joints. In the hooks joint, so this component is the input shaft. I will explain what is the function of this input shaft. So input shaft is rotated by a motor. So I installed one motor here. The motor runs and the input shaft runs. At the end of the input shaft, one fork is there. This is the fork. So input shaft is rotated by motor. So it will rotate, and as well as the input fork will also rotate. Then this fork, input fork is connected to a cross piece. This brown color. This is the cross piece. If this rotates, the cross piece also rotates, and the cross piece has 4 ends. So 2 ends are connected to the input fork, and the other 2 ends are connected to the output fork. So output sections. So this is the output fork. So this is connected to the output shaft. So as a result, this is rotates. So the rotation will be communicated to the fork and then cross pieces, then this fork, and to the ultimately the output shaft. So basically what it does, it coupling the input shaft and the output shaft. It connects. So that is the function of the coupling. It connects. Now you see here the input shaft and the output shaft are not collinear. They are at some angle. What is this angle? This angle is called alpha. So alpha is what? Alpha is the angle between the input shaft and the output shafts. Then naturally the question comes, where the hooks joint is used? Hooks joint is used when the two shafts are inclined at some angle. Because I have to communicate the rotation from this shaft to these shafts, and the shafts are positioned or installed inclined, then I will connect these two shafts by a hooks joints. What is the other names of hooks joints? Universal joint or universal coupling or Cardan joints or Spicer joints. There are many names are there, but mainly these joints are familiar with these names: hooks joints or universal joints or hooks joints or universal coupling. So now if anybody asks what is the function of the hooks joints, so the answer is that hooks joints will be used to connect two shafts which are inclined at some angle. Okay. And what are the components are there? Components are there: two shafts, input shaft and the output shaft, and two forks, input fork and the output fork, and the cross piece. Now cross piece can be of different shape. Here it is a shape of a cross. It can be a circle, it can be sphere, and it can be as well as the cube. Now I am showing one video how the hooks joint is functioning. So So here if you see, so this is the input shaft and this is the fork, and here cross piece in the form of the cube. It has the 4 ends, this ends and opposite end, and this end to this end. So this is the output fork and this is the output shaft. So if I now start it, you will see how it is transmitting the power from the input shaft to the output shaft. So okay, one thing you will observe, as I have connected this input shaft to the motor, so the speed of this shaft is constant. Why constant? Because the motor, input shaft is connected to the motor, and motor runs at a constant RPM. So speed of the input shaft or angular velocity omega of the input shaft is constant. So that this is omega 1 or omega A. Now what is this? This is the B, omega B. Omega B is not constant. What is the features in the hooks joints? That omega A, that is the angular velocity of the input shaft, may be constant. It is constant, but this omega B, the angular velocity or RPM of the shaft is not constant. That means it is a fluctuating. So sometimes it will go high and sometimes it will go less. Just you observe the motion, you will observe the input shaft. Sometimes it is going very high and sometimes it is low. So that means, so this is the constant RPM and this is the variable RPM, or constant angular velocity, and this is variable angular velocity. It rotates at different variable angular velocity. Sometimes, suppose if this runs 3000 RPM, so sometimes it will run 3200 RPM and sometimes it will run 2008 RPM. So sometimes its RPM will be more than this and sometimes its RPM will be less than this. But the mean speed of this speed will be same. The mean speed of this shaft will be 3000, because this mean speed, this speed and this speed will be same, mean speed, but the maximum speed will be more than the mean speed and the minimum speed will be less than. That means it will fluctuate. The RPM or angular velocity of this shaft will fluctuate. That will come. Now if you see, observe it again, how it is rotating. You see, when it is coming, its speed is becoming high. I am showing another Hooke's joints. So this is the, you see, here it is a cross piece like that. How the input shafts and the output shaft is rotating. You will observe the output shaft speed कैसे vary हो रहा है. Speed sometimes it is more, sometimes it's less. So you see how it is connected. This is called yoke or fork, and this is a cross. So now let us come to our subjects now. Again in the board. What is the applications, Hooke's joints? So we understand what are the components are these. Let us come to the applications, where I will use the Hooke's joints. You know, in our car, this is our car. Suppose this is our car. This is a car chassis. You know, in the systems, power is transmitted in the engine. So this is the engine box, engine. E for engine. And in engine, what is actually there? In engine, the cylinder, piston, crankshaft, all these things are there. From here, engine is where power is going first to a flywheel. First it goes to a flywheel. Then this power goes to clutch box. Then this power goes to gearbox. First gear, second gear, third box, gearbox. Then through the shaft, this is called propeller shaft. Then it goes to the rear axle, propeller shaft. This is the rear axle. So in the between the propeller shaft and the rear axle, there is a differential is there. Differential. And then the rear axle. Then the rear axle, and then from the rear axle, wheels are there. So this is the rear wheel. So power is generated here. And the power transmits to flywheel, clutch box, gearbox to propeller shaft through differential to rear wheel. Because like our cycle and motorcycle, the power we are transmitting to the rear wheels, then rear wheel rotates. As a result of the front wheel also rotates. Now this total box, you see the total system this total system, can you tell this total system, where does it lie? This total system. There is the engine, flywheel, clutch box, and the gearbox.